Today with us on Stool Talk, we have with us an artist, podcaster. Music is going up, streams, music, good quality music, good faith-based music.
Sir.
One really saying something in their songs. Today we have with us Chris Elijah. How you doing today?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. What about yourself, brother?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. I just thank you for taking the time out to come on, man.
Oh, you got it. You got it. Mud, man. You know how we do it.
Yeah. I just got hip to you, man. So, I did an interview like I spoke before off air with 404 so I heard the feature.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, who is bro? You came on, Die Raj here. I'm like, okay. So then,
That's your comfort. Yes, sir.
yeah. So I'm like, man, he's saying something. So mind you, this is what I'm telling people. They asking about different music, and we'll get into this a little later, but they asking about good quality music. Like, man, I need some music. So I'm turning them on to my guy. I go to Embassy City, side of Southern Yankee, shout out side. So I'm turning them on the side, the big Brissas, the different things like that. So then I let them hear your track. So they like, what's that? So we playing it. I worked this other event. They like, man, I've been listening to that. So they didn't follow you. You got another video song with you in the Mets jersey. What's that song?
Oh, Through the Fire, man. Through the Fire.
Bro,
Fire's crazy. Bro, I don't know what I said, but everybody love that song, bro. I really don't get it. Like that was kind of like one of my I'm just gonna do it type song, like throwaway song. And it's like, man, like that's my #1 streaming song. Like that song got 100,000+ streams on. I'm like, how? You know what I'm saying? But it's just God, like people just resonate with it. So I'm gonna rock with it too.
Yeah. So where did this journey start with you? When did you begin with music and how old was you?
Man, I started music in high school, like I say 14, 15, man. I'm gonna tell you how it's funny. My music journey started with a disc record. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my friends, so we stay in Ellenwood, Georgia, like right. It's kind of like Decatur, you know what I'm saying? Like you were bringing up earlier, it's kind of like Decatur, but it's right beside Decatur. Like if on the street that I live on, if you drive down, you'll be in Ellenwood, then you'll be in Decatur, then you back in Ellenwood, then you be back in Decatur, then you hit Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But one of my homeboy, man, he made a song about our neighborhood. Like we ain't have a lot of gangs and stuff in Atlanta. Yeah. Not to say Atlanta don't have gangs, but it was like more so what hood you from, what zone you from. You know what I'm saying? So one of my homeboys, we actually went to school with one of our friends, made a diss song about our neighborhood. So, it's all fun and games. So we made a diss song back and talking about him and his folks. So that's really how our musical journey got started. I was rapping with like the dudes in my neighborhood and stuff like that. So we like 14, 15, we got a little microphone on the string, put it on my homeboy bed. We got a laptop and shit, we went to work.
Yeah. So when did you what was your first encounter with faith and with God? When you said, man, God is real, or I know I need to have God in my life. I know I need to, keep my connection with him.
Man, I would say, looking back now, I would say, man, since I was a kid, really, I always believed in God. I didn't know how to follow God. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know about God, but I always believed there was a God. But I would say probably like when I was man, God will put people in your life, you know what I'm saying? So God put like my first pastor in my life. Like one of my homeboys was going to he was working for a janitorial company. Okay. And he was going back to school. So it was like August, you know what I'm saying? He going back to college or whatever. And I'm like, shoot, I just lost my job at the little wing shack in Atlanta, man. We serving lemon pepper, so I lost my job. They fired me being late and stuff like that. But I was like, shoot, see if he'll give me your job. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, he ended up giving me his boss ended up giving me his job, and his boss ended up starting the church. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I was just rocking with him. Like, I mean, now my boss, he put money in my pocket, so I'm gonna support you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to start a little Bible study at your house, cool. I show up. You know what I'm saying? But I would say after about 2 years of that, like really just being around him, being in the atmosphere, like God really touched my heart, and I really started changing. Like once I start hearing the word, you know what I'm saying? Say faith come by hearing and hearing the word of God. Like just hearing the word of God, it really changed me. You know what I'm saying? Like that Bible is something about that Bible and actually hearing it. It really touched my heart and convicted me on a whole lot of stuff. I didn't grow up in church or nothing like that, but just hearing the word, bro, like I'm guilty.
my opinion, that's what sets your music aside from different, even though they're Christian artists, it's still because you got to work that word daily. You got to work the
Yeah.
word. Raps, you quoting the word, you saying the word, even though it's over a tight beat in your lyrics and your rhymes, you saying that word. So if I'm repeating your song while I'm driving, I'm speaking the word too. So now that
You
word
don't
is
even know it. Yeah, you ain't even know it.
you know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
one thing I love about you. Even with me following your music, and like I said, you can hear your feelings and your pain and your strength and your emotions in your song. So I know he ain't capping because he really feel this. I can hear it. You
No
know,
rap cap.
yeah. So what's your thoughts on the CHH industry today and the carnal rap industry? What's your thoughts on that?
Man, CHH, I've been in it for a little minute. Like I said, I came from the secular world, like, so yeah, rapping about everything except God. But I
But
would
was
say,
the difficult transition because you from the east side. I mean, you got Gucci, man. You got
and
all of
we
those
and we
people. I
we
know
we we used to rap with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing about it. It wasn't like, ain't no like, we went to this club, like, we was teenagers. We went to this club, like, it was three of us. We had a group called Cash Flow, and it was three of us. We went to this club one time, man, and it was in the same, the engineer, it was an engineer for Gucci Man and them, and OJ the Juice Man and stuff like that. And like, they seen us, and like, they was inviting us to the studio and stuff like that. It didn't pan out or nothing like that, but it just showed you, like, we was like,
yeah,
we was like that, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But I would say CHH, man. CHH is, it's in a good place. I would say sonically, like musically and stuff like
yeah,
that. But I think we still trying to find ourselves. We still trying to find our own identity. I would just say we need more platforms and stuff like that. We need the same thing secular got. We need more clothing brands. We need more TV shows. We need more movies. We
yeah,
need more podcasts. We need, you know what I'm saying? We really got to crank it out, because I think I know that the content is next level. It
yeah,
just, people got to see every aspect of it. Like, you got to be able to live and breathe Christian hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because we can live and breathe hip hop all day. I can go home and listen to my favorite rapper. I can watch my favorite rapper movie. I can go on put on my favorite rapper clothing brand. I can go put on my favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? So we need that same effect in CHH. But I think we'll definitely get there. And a little plug, shameless plug, man. I got Mecca the series. That's on YouTube right now. So it's a faith-based series, man, dealing with a young man from the east side of Atlanta, following his spiritual journey. So if you can, go check that out, man. Make it a series. But we just need more avenues and ways to get it out.
yeah,
But secular is just crazy. It's
yeah,
secular is crazy as usual, and I don't think it's crazy. A lot of people say, well, it's real bad now, bro. I grew up listening to Three Cent Mafia, so it ain't.
right,
I I don't know what's been. It's been
yeah,
bad my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's in a worse state now than it was when we was kids. You did what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But
What would be your what would be your motivation to a young kid that's aspiring to be a gospel Christian rapper, CHH, but he's struggling between finding his identity in the secular world
that's
and
good.
being faith based?
Um, man, I would just say prayer. I would say prayer, talking to God, and really listening for the voice of God. I think that's the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times that's the thing we want to bypass, because we know how to look like, you know what I'm saying? We know how to put on the show. We know how to, you know what I'm saying, put on a little lingo and talk like we this and we that. But really just hearing the voice of God and what he got planned for your life, and really don't move until you hear something. Don't
Yeah,
move until you feel this feeling like, bro, I got, like, man, God put this on my heart. I got to do this. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why I want to go make this movie. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I don't know why I want to go do that. Like, it's stupid in my mind. I don't got the resources. I don't got the finance to do it. I don't know why I want to go make this album. I don't got the resources, the finance to do it. I don't got the connections. You know what I'm saying? But really just listening for the voice of God, and tapping in with God, and really just understanding God's voice. Like, it ain't nothing that you just jump into and go do. Don't do it because your pastor said, oh, you should rap for God. Nah.
Right.
And I think that's what happened a lot of times. People like, man, you should do this, you should do that. Oh, okay, I try. And then, you get in CHH, man, people will clap for y'all. They, oh, you good. But that don't
Mm.
mean you got that don't mean you got a heart for God. You
Right,
know what I'm
right.
saying? So you really gotta hear God calling you to the, you really gotta like, man, you know what? God is leading me in this direction. You know what I'm saying? Let
Yeah.
me just listen. And it might be something you don't even want to do. And I think those are the ones who really God want to use, like the ones who don't even really want to do it. Like,
Yeah.
man, let me just go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? Let me go.
You better be obedient, because if you don't, you're gonna be like Jonah. Hey, he gonna bring you back, but he gonna take you through all type of different things, because you
Mm-hmm.
should have listened and be obedient. When you were speaking, I just thinking of faith, and the Bible say faith without works is dead. What does
Yes,
faith
sir.
mean to you, and how are you using faith in your journey with your music career and your music right now?
Man, what it say? Faith is the substance of things hoped for. You know what I'm saying? Faith, we walk by faith and not by sight. Like faith don't make sense. Faith don't make sense. But if it's something on your heart and you like determined to be persistent in it, and it's like it won't go away. Faith don't go away. I put it like that. Faith
Yeah,
don't go away. Situation can come up in our lives, and it can kind of make us lose faith. But the original faith that you had in something, I think that's it. That was God. Like, man, I'm gonna go do this.
yeah,
I'm gonna go conquer the world. I'm gonna start a Christian trucking company. I'm gonna be the best one out there. You know what I'm saying? Now life will try to beat you up. The enemy will
yeah,
try to beat you up, but like the original thought and the original heart behind what you're trying to do, like that's God. Like that's faith. To me, faith is like just persistence. Like it won't faith won't faith gonna keep you up at night.
yeah,
Like you doing a podcast right now, bro. You could have just went home and watched TV.
yeah,
But it's something in you, that faith in you, like, bro, let me let me do what I need to do. Let
yeah,
me do what I feel like God called me to do. So faith is just that persistence, man, and just knowing, like, even against all odds, like, I know this is what God would have me to do. I know this is what God wants. I know this is what God said in his word. I know this is God's promise. And I'm crazy enough to believe that he gonna carry that.
yeah. So how do Chris balance life, music, trials and tribulation, and even with things drawing you and pull you? How do you balance that and keep your connection tight with God because of everything that's going on in the world, and even you pouring out your everything, your emotions in your music, and
Mhm.
even making the song?
I don't to be honest, bro, I don't know another way to go. Like,
Yeah,
I done been on the other side. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't been on the other side, but I done been on the other side. I done experienced some things. So it's like I don't want to go back to that.
yeah,
And I just know what God had for me is better than what the world would have for me.
yeah,
No matter what it takes and the sacrifice it takes to get to what God has for you, I know that this is gonna be better than anything that the world can give me. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't no I man, I'd be a fool to go back to the world and go back to what I was
yeah,
doing and stuff like that. It's like I just can't do it. So I just got to figure out this God thing. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And not to say I'm perfect or nothing like that, but shoot, I don't know what else to go to. All I know at this point is just to turn to God. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
My low points, my high points, it's God, bro. Cause that's where I'm end up anyway. If I fall flat on my face, who I'm gonna be?
Yeah, facts, facts, yeah.
If I go back to the world and you know what I'm saying, and like I say, I'm down bad, who I'm gonna be then?
Hmm.
Praying again. So I might as well just stay praying.
Yeah, for sure. What do you like doing best? Making the record or performing it?
Man, I like making it, bro. I'm a writer, bro. I like that whole process. I like that process, bro. I like being in the I like being with engineers and producers, and we just coming up with creative ideas and creative ways to do things. People giving their input and stuff like that. And man, I love it. I like the writing process and just the creating the song,
Yeah,
creating timeless music. You know what I'm saying? Something that you could listen to 10 years, 15 years later. Like that's crazy. Because at one point you got to stop performing. Like, I don't want to see you performing when you're 60.
right.
I'm straight on that. But that song that you made 40 years ago, I might still listen to that song because it's still gonna minister to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Especially like what I thought about too, listening to like I knew you was I'm like he sounded like he's from Atlanta. So now I know what part you from. So fear no evil. Everybody can relate to that because
Yeah,
being in the trenches growing up, like me being from Ohio, from Toledo, I didn't heard the Gucci Man. So when I moved down here, I'm
yeah.
like, what they was talking about.
Man, I went to Gucci Man. Me and Gucci Man went to the same high school. Man, I went to school with Bankroll, Fresh, Crime Mob. Like, I went to school with
See,
a lot of artists, bro.
you
Like,
really like you really around all this that we just hearing, so you need that because you know things happen in the streets and all like that, but you having God and having God be the source of your strength, you know
yeah,
you shouldn't fear no evil by trusting God, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
then with that beat, like you know what I mean, like
Shout
yeah,
out
you
Jay Boski, man. Jay
yeah,
Boski went crazy.
thought
The number one producer in CHH, man. My homeboy Jay Boski.
yeah, he went hard on that. Last couple questions. So what would you say to a young male trying to find his identity and he don't have no male role model, he don't have no mentor, but he's just trying to figure it out on his own. What would you say to that?
Um, naturally, I mean, it's two ways to look at it: spiritually and naturally. Spiritually, of course, pray, read your Bible. You know what I'm saying? Find a good church, stuff like that. But naturally, man, find some men to be around. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of the times the people we talking about grew up with single moms in the hood and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And never really learned to respect men and never really spent a lot of time around positive male influences and role models. And that's one thing that changed me. Like when I met my pastor, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm a product of a single parent household. Like my parents were divorced and then my dad died. You know what I'm saying? So like I was it was and I ain't got no brothers. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only boy. So it's like the what I see I saw a lot of women in control and in power and stuff like that. But I ain't really I ain't become a man until I started hanging around other men and men of God and stuff like that and really seeing how they conduct themselves and how they lead their family and stuff like that. So you got to be around, you got to see it. A lot of times coming up in the hood, you know what I'm saying, you don't really see a positive role model, like you don't see it on a daily basis. So I would say try to find some positive men, strong men of God in your life and kind of, just shadow them and see how they conduct themselves and what they do. And of course, find a good church, read your word and pray. But find some men, bro. Like you gotta
Yeah.
find some men. And people don't we don't speak on that enough because we so used to mama and auntie and grandma and them, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, my grandma prayed for me. My grandma, my grandma took me to church. Well, that ain't really supposed to be like that. That ain't,
Right.
you know what I'm
Fact,
saying? It's supposed to
fact.
be some strong men of God in your life as well. So that's what I would say. Like, seek that out.
Yeah, and it's time for us godly men, like you a man of God, I'm a man of God, for us to stand up and take our rightful place in this kingdom and even bringing people in and showing what they look like. That's why I started a lot of this. Like it wasn't never like I said I'm gonna make a podcast. I just wanted to spotlight people for they doing good works and show, other people, hey, look at his story, look at his journey. You can do that. God changed you because God qualifies the unqualified. A lot
Yes,
of
sir.
times God can't use me. No, he wants you. He gonna leave the 99 to come get you
You
because
the
he
you the,
loves.
you the one he want.
Yeah, yeah, facts. You know what I mean? And it's good to see, man. And I just appreciate, you being receptacle to listening to God by putting it in your music and being able to make good quality music because that's what you don't want. These young men coming to Christ and they like, we ain't got nothing to listen to. So they go back because they listen to other stuff. So that's why I really big ups you and other artists that's doing their thing and that's serious about this, but y'all letting God be the influence of y'all music and not just flesh. Because you can be a Christian, CHA's rapper, artist, and
Yes,
still
sir.
have your flesh all over the track. And that's what we don't need. What features are you looking to try to get on, or who will be a feature that you
Man,
want to get on in the future or coming up?
man, shout out to the 1K famo, man. Shout out to my boy Few,
Yeah,
1K
shout.
P son, man. That's family. So definitely looking to continue working with them. Man, I want man, shout out to Paris. Me and Paris. Paris got one.
Yeah, yeah,
Um I got some tracks with a lot of artists, man.
yeah.
But the one I think I want, I'm trying to get right now, aha, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta get one with my dog. I would love to do a song with Cray, you know what I'm saying? That'd be a dream come true. Working on something with Ken Jones right now, man. God
Yeah.
willing. But
He the
man, we
two-headed
just
mom. I used to listen to him a long time ago, could rap and sing. Like,
man, come
hey,
on, man. Like that was the first gospel CD I ever bought in my life, bro.
yeah,
That was the first. He was the first one, and it's like now we got a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's crazy. Like just see what God can take you from. You know what I'm saying? Like people used to listen to coming up. Now they know you.
yeah,
Now they, hey man, we got to get one. Like, oh shoot, let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But man, God is good, bro.
What do you feel about like CHS artists that might use a cuss word here or say the N word or might say something? How do you feel about that? Not an aggressive cuss word, but just a cuss word here and there. Like, how do you feel about that?
Um,
Do you think? Let me hold on. Let me see. Do you think it'll confuse the listener?
I think it would. I think it would. I don't think it's necessary. I think we got enough words in the dictionary to
Yeah,
get your point across. You know what I'm saying? I think it's ways to put a rhyme together where people can feel it without you using that word. Like,
yeah,
yeah, I think it's some more creativity that should go into it instead of trying to use that for shock value or just trying to use it because this how we talk, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, I'm trying to make something that's timeless. Like, bro, I'm trying to make something that I want something that everybody want to listen to. If this one word is going to tour people, I don't want to use that word. And I might
yeah,
use the word, and I ain't perfect, bro. I might use the word in my everyday language. But I
yeah.
ain't gonna use it there because when I'm making this art, bro, it's just like Picasso paint a picture and put the F word on, I put the N word on it. It's like, bro, I'm straight. Like
Yeah.
that might have just ruined the picture. Some people might like it, but that might have just ruined the picture for some people.
And especially since you're a lyricist and you really get into the writing aspect of it, behind the
Mm-hmm.
scenes part about it too, that's your craft, so you really gonna think about it. Shout out all your social for people can follow you, they can find your music and plug your movie again too.
Man, 1K Chris Elijah everywhere. Chris Elijah, Google it, whatever you do, put it in, put it in there. It's gonna pop up, man. Mecca the series. I can't say it enough. Mecca the series, following the story of a young African American male man from the east side of Atlanta who gave his life to Christ. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Just showing that story, and I just believe like we underrepresented in film and Christian film. So I really want to give us an outlet to show how our journey looks. You know what I'm saying? Like you being from Ohio, how does that look? A young black man with dreadlocks giving his life to God. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? In the hood. How does that look? Because we ain't seen it on TV.
Right, right.
We ain't seen it. So I really want to show that. And of course the music, man, like that's my heart and soul. I wouldn't be nowhere without doing this music. So yeah, man. Hey, make
Yeah.
a series.
Yeah, yeah, man. And we just appreciate you for stopping by, taking time out, man. And I just pray that God continue to elevate you and put you in front of all the right people that you're supposed to be at. Let God's will be done in your life and allow him to align you. The people that ain't supposed to be in your life, may he prune and cut them all off and elevate you and put you in a place where the right person can hear your music. And I pray that your music continue to save lives and bring people to God, man. And it's been
Man,
great, man.
appreciate it. Appreciate it, my dog, man. Appreciate you for having me, man.
For sure, man. For
You got
sure.
you
Anytime.
gotta send me one of them shirts though. I'm a large. I'm a
Okay.
large.
For sure. I got you.
Yeah. All
Yep. Yep.
right, my dog.
And thanks.
Yes, sir.
Yep.